Hey now, come with me as I inspect my Airbnb. Well, today I just had some guests check out of my Airbnb at 11 o'clock this morning. So I wanted to run over and get here before my cleaners get here and start their job. So I just wanted to look in the dishwasher, see if there's any dishes left. Looks like coffee needs to be restocked. Make a note of that for the cleaners. They didn't leave anything in the refrigerator, any food or anything, but there is a water jug here, a gallon jug that's been half drank. So I'm going to have them dispose of that because that's considered contaminated. Now, these 3 or 4 water bottles right here that have not been opened, I'm going to leave those for the next guest because they have not been opened. So I'm going to pay it forward. So they can use those. So I'm going to leave those for my next guest to enjoy. So I'm also going to check the freezer while I'm here to see if there's anything that needs to be disposed of just to help out my cleaners. Looks like they didn't leave anything. So everything looks good. There's nothing chipped or broken. The glass looks good here in the sunroom, which is one of the main features of this property. Looks like the ceiling glass needs to be cleaned. I'll make a note of that for the cleaners as well. This property looks really good. So these guests were great. Looks like they didn't enjoy the snacks, but we're going to leave it there and pay it forward for the next guest. Moving on. So we're going to make our way down the hall here. So it looks like the guests did start a load of laundry. So the cleaners are really going to be excited about that because that's going to give them just a little head start on their job when they arrive. So just going to make our way down the hall here and see what else everything else is looking like here in the first bathrooms, which is the guest bathroom. Everything looks good, just regular usage, nothing out of the ordinary. Looks really good. Make sure the cleaners will restock the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Here I do ask the guests to leave the sheets on the bed for the cleaners to inspect to make sure there's no stains or rips. I see they didn't use a complimentary slippers that I do leave, and I leave a little chocolate. I do secure the remotes with a device so they don't get lost. I do provide complimentary baby bassinet and playpen, which is still here, along with the complimentary robe. The next bedroom looks really good. Everything is intact. The remote is there. The complimentary robe and slippers is there. There's no damage to the television. I have all the televisions mounted on the wall. That kind of works for me and my properties. That way there's no damage from children or anyone touching them or knocking them over. In this bathroom, everything looks good. No damage, not too dirty. They didn't use all the towels. I do provide extra towels for the guests just in case they take extra showers, want to wash their hair. So I did leave quite a bit of towels out, and since they did start wash, I'm sure that's where the rest of the towels are. So everything looks good. There's no damage to the fabric headboard, no stains or tears. The remote is there. Complimentary slippers are still there. The television looks good. That's mounted on the wall. And out here we have a dedicated workspace in the sunroom that's connected to the master bedroom. I do provide 5 pool towels, which there's 3 here. I'm sure there's 2 in the wash. And also with this dedicated workspace that doubles as an office for my guests, I have a surge protector for them to use their devices to protect them. Now, this master bedroom does have its own private entrance that leads out to the pool area, which is really nice. It goes out to the covered gazebo here that has a fire table and some furniture. Doesn't look like they've used it. Everything's still covered, but I will ask the cleaners to check underneath just to make sure there's no debris or any kind of trash or anything under there. Oh, it looks like one of the spindles here on the deck needs to be repaired, so I'll let maintenance know. So we do want to keep our guests safe. Make sure a child or something doesn't fall through there. Safety is very important when you're running an Airbnb. You want to make sure no one gets hurt or has an accident, and you want to think about liability as well. So back in the front of the house, I do like to open the windows. I treat my Airbnb for my guests just like I do my own home. Before the cleaners come, I like to open the window just to circulate, nice clean air, especially on a beautiful day like today. So just waiting on the cleaners to arrive. Everything's looking good so far. I'm going to go downstairs and check that area. So thanks for watching.